the first step, after you've popped open the hood, you're going to want to remove these two bolts right here and here. These are metric bolts. You're going to need a 10mm socket and a ratchet to get those loose, or you could just use a pair of pliers if you really wanted to. Pretty easy to remove, nice and short. Alright, see this hole right here? There's an identical bolt, and you're going to need a 3-inch extension minimum to get down there. You're going to want to undo that one too, of course. It's not actually a bolt, it's really just a nut. So you're going to want to be kind of careful when you're taking it out of there that you don't drop it and lose it somewhere inside the vehicle. Takes a little bit of maneuvering to get it out of there. Next part, for this you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. There's a screw right there, a little bracket. You're going to have to unscrew that. Pretty easy to get that one out. Alright, for this part you want to remove the blinker here. You just want to pry back, because there's a little groove that it fits into right there. Just keep working on this until you pull it forward a little bit. I'm going to pop those two pins right there out of the complementary holes in the chassis. And you can pull this out and just kind of, I mean, if you want to, you can pop it out completely, detach it. But I find it's just as easy to... This little trick I learned is when you first pull this out, just twist it a little and prop it up sideways. That gives you a nice passage here to reach into. Keeps it out of your way. Alright, once you got that side blinker off, this is the next one you're going to want to deal with right here. Alright, so once you got this loose, you kind of have to do some further maneuvering. That's crazy. To get it like that, basically. Keep in mind, you're not going to be pulling it out. You're just, I mean, you're not going to be removing it. You're just pulling it out enough so that you can get behind it. Alright, step one here is to remove that little power plug. So the best way to get at that is from the side here, this hole that we've made. You just have to squeeze it on both sides and pull back, and it should come right off. Easy enough. The second part is this rubber cover here that fits over this assembly. You just want to pry that off. Try to keep the inside as clean as possible. Pull that out, set it aside. This is probably going to be nearly impossible to see, but there's a little clip right here. And what you want to do with that is push it down and pull it back. Once the clip has been popped out, it's going to look like this. Now all that's left is to pull out the bulb by the prongs. It's actually pretty easy once you remove the little retainer. It just slides right out. Alright, so you're going to want to make sure you put on some latex gloves before you handle the lights, because they're halogen, and if you get oil on the bulbs they can actually explode. And if possible, don't even touch the bulb itself. Alright, this last one's a little trickier than it looks because there's two parts. Basically, right here there's a little clip that has to fit into a groove here. It's sort of like a guide groove, but it also helps lock the light in. So it's kind of tricky. You gotta get the this part behind here, and then make sure that you're aligned with that clip, and then it slides right in really nice, holds it exactly where it's supposed to be. And then the last part right here, let's zoom in a little, this little retention clips right there that's held in by a single screw. That's effectively the last part of changing the bulb in your headlight. Don't forget, when you're done screwing this screw in, to tighten these down. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, good to go.